Guys, oh my god, we are so excited. After 4 months of COVID lockdown in Dublin, we are finally able to escape the city for the weekend, and we are going to
Castle Leslie in County Monaghan, then the Giant's Causeway up in Portrush, then to Derry/Londonderry, Bondurant in Donegal, and last but not least, Sligo.
We're so excited for our first travels post-COVID lockdown. It's our first time going around Northern Ireland outside of Belfast, and we haven't been to Donegal before, so we'll see you around the weekend.
Bye.
Left, next left. Whoa.
Some of the support that I got.
So we stayed last night at Castle Leslie, which is in County Monaghan, and it's a lovely 1,000-acre estate. You can do everything here from falconry, equestrian riding, clay shooting. The Leslie family have inhabited the land since 1660.
See?
To do the video walking through here maybe.
But we're too busy to stay for the day. We have a lot to get in. We have to go up north 2 hours to Portrush to go to the Giant's Causeway for our first time, and also go to see Dunluce Castle before we then take an hour drive over to Derry. Very excited for that. So we live now in a COVID season, post-COVID world, and obviously things will be different. There'll be different things to consider and remember and how to live, especially on a road trip. And one of those things is around bathrooms. Restaurants often have them closed. Even a lot of gas stations don't even have them open. So if you have to find a washroom, make sure you aren't waiting for the last minute, because you may need to get creative to try and find one. And also, one more thing. To all those places that are saying that their bathrooms are out of order, I know that you're lying to me. And when someone's got to go, the last thing you want to be told is a lie. So at least just say and promise that like it's closed because of COVID, because no one wants no BS when they are on the brink. So that's a piece of advice while you're traveling for quite a while, I'm sure. So we have made it to
Giant's Causeway! Woo!
Some good things to know during COVID is that a lot of tourist places and tourist spots, even public places, are starting to put in restrictions about the number of people who can go, and also a lot of places are now requiring pre-bookings. This weekend we've really kind of flown by the seat of our pants on a lot of things, planning things by the hour. We almost thought we couldn't come to the Giant's Causeway last second because you can't book any more recent than a day in advance. But the other part of the Giant's Causeway is that you don't actually have to book to actually get to the public area of it. You only have to pay if you're using the parking lot.
Well, if you go via the tour center and you get, so if you use the parking, if you get a tour, then you have to book in advance, and it's, I think it was £11 or £13 or something. But there's still public access. So
yeah, so you just park nearby and just walk through, and there's no limitation.
And
so
it's free. Yeah.
Luckily for us, we have been able to still get here and we'll be able to see it, which is exciting. But that is something to remember if you actually want to be sure you get to all the places that you do want to see this summer during COVID season.
So we made it to the Giant's Causeway on the northern coast of Ireland. It was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1986. I'm standing on one of 40,000 stacks that was created by violent volcanic activity 50 million years ago. And the stacks can reach as high as 12 meters or 39 feet. So before science could explain how these stacks were created, of course there was folklore surrounding this this location. The story goes that there was a man named Finn McCool who was a legendary strongman, and he built the Giant's Causeway to create a bridge to Scotland, which is just over there, so he could get over there and fight giants. How cool is that?
So I thought that was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I just realized how much I enjoy visiting natural wonders of the world. We've seen Niagara Falls and Uluru in Australia, but there's like, this doesn't feel touristy at all. It just feels like it's placed here for everyone to visit.
Yeah, it's definitely very isolated. It's not near any major busy stores or kind of visitor centers. It's really kind of isolated in these kind of areas of mountains, and also much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would just kind of be like a small section of rock, but this place is huge, and anything that gives me Jurassic Park vibes, one of my top 3 films in the world, I always enjoy it all the more.
Yeah, good work, Mother Nature.
It's huge. This is impressive. Welcome to the most famous castle in Northern Ireland, the Dunluce Castle. It was built between the 15th and 17th century. This is probably the biggest castle we've been in.
Well, biggest dilapidated.
Abandoned, broken.
Yeah, damaged, torn apart by weather and time.
It's very dark and chilling, surrounded by water, a bit deathly. Kind of reminds me of Azkaban.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alcatraz, but yeah, Azkaban, same.
All right, last stop of the day. Now we're on the way to
Derry.
1 hour drive to Derry, and what's planned for tonight? Who knows?
And this roundabout?
Yeah, you're right.
Derry, Derry, Derry.
Good morning, welcome to Derry, also known as Londonderry, a Northern Ireland. We spent the evening here and now we're going to spend the day exploring.
And we started our day here on the wall of Derry. Derry is the last walled city of Ireland. It's a 1.5 kilometer circumference of the inner city, and it was built in the 17th century. So yeah, really cool feature to come check out while you're here. Another cool thing about Derry is that it hosts a week-long Halloween festival each year. So if you're into Halloween, make sure you make Derry a stop on your vacation.
So let's go for a travel and walk around the city.
I'm a Derry girl. So there are 32 counties in Ireland. There's 26 that belong to the Republic of Ireland and 6 to Northern Ireland in the northeast. So when you drive from the Republic into the north, you're actually entering the United Kingdom. So you're using pounds instead of euros, you're driving in miles instead of kilometers, and they fly the Union Jack instead of the Republic flag.
Also, reminder, if you're renting a go-car for your trip like we are, your gas card only works in the Republic. So make sure you gas up before you enter Northern Ireland, or you're going to end up paying your own gas.
The Donegal now, in the town of Bondurant, which is a seaside town, definitely known for its surfing. I think it was listed in 2012 as the top 20 surfing towns in the world by National Geographic. And now it's definitely known for its tourism. And you can hear the noise in the background. It's a Ferris wheel. Typical North Atlantic weather. It's pretty.
Sorry?
You see those shots where people hang out the cliff and really just like hold on to something.
nearby. Right now, you'll find a
So we're now in Strand Hill in County Sligo, and we are going to try out the seaweed baths. But I'm going to be the guinea pig. Larry's fine to wait until after I've survived.
You can test them out and then see how it goes. I grew up on the ocean, surrounded by salt water and seaweed, and I've had my fair share of seaweed dips, so happy to pass this one on to Chris. Hopefully it smells better than the seaweed I grew up around, that's for sure. That stuff is rank.
We'll try it as a spa treatment. I'll see you guys in a second.
Yep. Ta-da!
So I wanted to do this for a very long time since I heard about it. It's the seaweed bath. It's a full bath, a hot bath of seaweed. Apparently it's best for helping to absorb things like calcium, potassium. It even has a lot of iodine, which apparently isn't very much common in land plants. So it's good for things like soothing irritated skin, acne, and also arthritis. We first go into the steam room for a few minutes to open your pores to allow the seaweed to then soak into you for the next hour and help you absorb the most health benefits of it. So let's see how this goes. So here it is. It definitely feels quite slimy. I feel a little bit like a sea cucumber or maybe a sexy mermaid if I'm really trying to be positive. But you definitely feel like your whole body is being covered in this like hydrating slime. All right, so verdict on the seaweed baths. It definitely takes a lot out of you, at least for me anyway. It was quite warm, but it was really cool. The seaweed releases this kind of like slime stuff. It's kind of like this, like almost like a natural lube. But overall, I feel like I've had a fresh treatment at the spa, and it was well priced. I'm not sure you would live like that, to be honest. Yeah. But we'll find out, because we'll come back for round 2, I think, of the seaweed bath. I would do it again. If it's not already a bath or a spa treatment in Newfoundland, then it should be. And if it's not, then we're going to start doing it at our Airbnb, because it was pretty cool. It's an interesting thing to do locally.
I think there's some sort of seaweed vodka, isn't it? Is that a thing? That's a thing home, maybe?
The Newfoundland distillery uses seaweed for some of their alcohols.
So it's starting. So, but yeah, no, definitely.
We already use iceberg water in everything, so we might as well start putting seaweed in everything. So we're on the way back to Dublin now. It's been a great trip so far. We've been so massively enjoying getting out of the city and getting around to see so many new attractions that we haven't seen around Ireland yet.
One of my favorite parts of the trip was driving.
It's definitely something you miss, the small things. It's about like driving and having control of the radio and just relaxing and the things you forget that you used to love even just 4 months ago. Definitely things are a bit different now. The countries across the world are still starting to recover now post-COVID. Restaurants, pubs are opening up. They're limited though. So things are different, like the same way we might be able to meet new friends on a trip before. We can't do things in the same way we can anymore. So we need to find new ways to maybe connect with people in different ways and bring excitement to our trip, and also to meet locals aside just from going to a pub, obviously, in the evening. So we're constantly learning, and we're looking forward to evolving our travel habits as we go. And also for anyone coming here to Ireland, remember you need to check up on what the rules are in Ireland, so you know what is there a quarantine on, what are the latest travel restrictions. Make sure that if you're planning to come over here for a visit, that you are planning for those rules. And secondarily, if you're already here, enjoy, get out of the city, and make sure that you have a great staycation.
And just be a bit flexible because not everything is open yet, so don't be so locked into your plans.
And be okay with things being different. Don't let your perception of what travel was like last year get in the way of enjoying what you're going to get to be able to do this year. Things will be different, things may come as a surprise sometimes, but just don't let it get to you. Just be positive, enjoy the experience, and treat everyone really well.
Yeah, that's
hopefully.
That's a good point. Be patient with the people working in hospitality. It's all new to them as well. They're there to help you, so just be patient and don't get frustrated with them. And just holidays are meant to be relaxing. So just try to woo-saw those frustrating moments away.
All right, awesome, guys. Thanks for following on the trip. We'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.